Hello students, today I will be discussing the concept demand. What by demand? In the ordinary language, the demand means need or desire or want to have something. I want fan, I want car. It is called as a demand in ordinary language. But in economics, mere need or desire or want to have something is not called as demand. It should be need or desire or want should be backed by two things. One is ability or capacity to buy and pay for it, and the second one willingness should be there to buy and pay for it. If a person wants a car, we have to see whether he is able to buy, whether he is ready to buy. If both the conditions are fulfilled, then only is called as demand. For example, beggar want a car. Is it called as a demand in economics? No, because he is not able, he is not having a capacity to buy for it, buy and pay its price. Second example, miser want a car. Is it called demand in economics? No, he is not ready to spend, ready to buy. He is having a capacity, but his willingness is not there to spend. So, both the cases, miser or beggar want a car, then it is not considered as demand. Then, what are the determinants or the factors affecting the demand? The first one, own price of the product or own price of the commodity. Demand for the product sometimes is more, sometimes is less in the market. Sometimes people buy more, sometimes people buy less. Why it is so? It is because of the price of the commodity. If the price of the product is more costly, the people buy less, demand for the product is less. And if the price of the product is less, the demand for the product will be more. The people buy more when it is cheap, and they buy less when it is costly. So the price and demand, it moves in the opposite direction. So to remember this, you have to remember the game seesaw. So the one person will be sitting here, another one will be sitting here. Suppose if it is the price, when the price is up, demand is less. When the demand goes, automatically the price will be down. So this is the explanation. When the price is more, demand for the product is less. When the price is less, demand is more. So to remember this relation, you remember the seesaw game, so that when one goes up, automatically the second one will be down. When the first one is down, the second one will be up. So this is the first point. Second point, it depends on income of the consumer. If the income of the consumer is more, automatically the demand for the product is also more, because when you get more money, you will spend more, you will buy more. And when the income is less, demand for the product is also less. So the demand for the product depends not only the price, it depends on the income of the consumer. So now there are the two types of goods. One is normal goods and the second one is inferior goods. In case of normal goods, when the income is more, demand for the product is also more, and when the income is less, demand is also less. What by normal goods? Normal goods are those goods which are demanded more when the income is more and demanded less when the income is less. So both move in the same direction. So there is positive relationship is there between income and demand. That is in case of normal goods. And the second one is inferior goods. Inferior goods are those goods when the income is more, demand for the product is less, and when the income is less, demand for the product is more. So there is a inverse relation or negative relationship between income and demand. Both move in the opposite direction. So that is when the quality of the product is not good, the people, those who are earning more, they will buy less. So when the income is more, demand for such product is less. And when the income is less, demand is more. When a person is earning less money, less salary receiving, automatically he will go for such product. Demand for inferior products will be more. When he earns more, instead of buying more of inferior goods, he will buy superior goods. So the demand is less. When the income is less, there is no option for him. The normal goods are still costly. So he will go for inferior goods. So these are the two types of goods, normal goods and inferior goods. What is the difference between the normal goods and inferior goods? The first you have to write meaning, what by normal goods, what by inferior goods, and you can write the second point. In case of a normal good, there is a positive relationship between income and demand, and inferior goods there is a negative relationship between income and demand. The third point, the demand for the product depends on utility. So what by utility? It is a power of a commodity to satisfy our wants, human want. Every product has got the power to satisfy our want. So the power of the commodity to satisfy human wants is called utility. The demand for the product depends on what? Utility. If the person finds utility in the product, he will demand more. And if he finds no utility, he will not buy it. For example, rotten fruits. There is no utility. No one will buy it. No? So the demand for the product will be less. Broken pen. No utility. Demand will not be there. So if the utility is there, if he finds, then only there will be more demand. Utility differs from person to person. I may like, you may not like. If I like the product, I will buy more. If I don't like, I will not. So it depends on the power of a commodity to satisfy our want. Then the fourth one, the demand for the product, it depends on the price of related goods. So there are two types of a product. One is substitute goods and the second one is the complementary goods. Now related goods are two types. First one is substitute goods. What are substitute goods? These are the goods which are demanded in place of each other and not together. We demand this product in place of each other. This or that. We will not buy both. We will buy one. So these are the products which are demanded in place of each other and not together. For example, toothpaste, Colgate, Pepsodent, Close-Up, so many brands are there. We buy either Colgate or Pepsodent or Close-Up. We are not buying all the brands. So we select one. So that is called as a substitute. These are the goods which are demanded in place of each other. For example, the cold drinks. Take the example of cold drinks. So when you are thirsty, you will drink. That is brand you will select, no? Pepsi or Thumbs Up or 7-Up. So these are called as substitutes. Tea or coffee, example of substitute. Then the second one is complementary goods. What by complementary goods? These are the goods which are demanded together. To satisfy our wants, we need 2 or 3 things. So that is called as complementary goods. So they complete the demand for the product, and here they compete each other. So now, for example, to prepare tea, we need sugar, tea powder, milk. Sugar, tea powder, milk. together. All these goods are called complementary because we not prepare tea, we want it. For example, you want to write, you require paper, pen, ink. So paper, pen, ink are the example of complementary goods. These are demanded together. Is it clear? So in case of substitute, suppose the price of one product increases, the demand for other product increases. Why? When the price of one product increases, the demand for this product, particular product, will be less. So this is, suppose take for example, this is a Colgate. Price of Colgate is more. Automatically the people buy less Colgate. They will prefer Pepsodent because it is a cheap. So the demand for other toothpaste increases. And when the price of one product substitute decreases, the demand for other product decreases. Demand for this product increases and other product will be costly, so people will prefer this. So the demand for other product decreases. So in case of complementary product, when the price of one product increases, the demand for other product decreases. Why? Because these are used together. When the price of pen is more, automatically the demand for the pen is less, demand for the paper is also less. So that is when the price of complementary product, price of one product increases, the demand for other product decreases. Not only the demand for particular product decreases, the demand for other product decreases. So this is all about the related goods. Then the fifth one, taste and preferences of the consumer. The demand for the product depends on the taste or habit or preference of the consumer. If the consumer likes the product, even though the price is more, demand will be more. If he doesn't like the product, even the price is less, he will not buy. So the demand for the product, it depends on the taste or preference of the consumer. Then the next one, it depends on population. The demand for the product depends on population, size of the population. If the population is more, the demand for the product is also more. If the population is less, naturally the demand will be less. Then it depends on advertisement. Some products, that is, advertisements are shown more, and the firm spend more and more on the advertisement. Why? In order to attract the attention or in order to get more demand for their product. If firms spend more on advertisement, automatically the demand for the product also will be more. If advertisement expenses are less, the demand for the product also will be less. So the demand for the product, it depends on the quality of the product. It depends on the quality of the product. If the quality of the product is good, automatically the demand for the product is also good. If the quality is not good, then the demand for the product will be less. Then the next one, it depends on expectations of the consumer. If the consumer expect rise or fall in the price of the product, then the demand for the product also will change. Suppose, for example, that today the price of the product is 10, and if he expect price of the product will increase by 2 rupees tomorrow, even though the price is more, he will demand more because he is expecting rise in price. So that it depends on his expectation, whether rise or fall. Suppose if he expect tomorrow price will come down, even though today is the cheap, he will not buy. So demand will be less. So it depends on expectation. Then it depends on the distribution. of income and wealth. So it depends on what? The distribution of income and wealth. If the income is distributed equitably, then the demand for the product will be more. If there is an inequality in the distribution of income, then automatically few people will rich and majority of the people will be poor. So the demand for the product will be less because most of the people, they don't have the money to buy the goods. So the demand will be less. So these are the factors affecting the demand. They are called as the determinants of demand. Thank you.